just dropped. They're filming in New York this weekend. Who is they? Lady Gaga and Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh Lord, Joker 2 Electric Boogaloo.
There's your Joker 2 Harlequin images.
Wow.
I would love your comments on each image I bring up. But this is a big.
She looks like the Crow.
Oh,
not
hell.
the biggest Harley Quinn fan, but I know no Loki's a big Harley Quinn fan. I don't know about this. I don't know about this one. Well, it's no more weird than Joaquin is, to be honest. I mean, if you got him being weird, you're gonna have to have something equally weird so I can see it.
Okay. There's a couple of controversial photos. I want to get to that in a second, but yeah, I think this is a bad. They shouldn't put this one up.
Jeez,
it's a bad idea.
Yeah.
You go from Margot Robbie to that.
Well, okay, I will say in I'm a big Lady Gaga fan. I loved her in A Star Is Born. It's an incredible singer. So, I mean, they're obviously they're going a different direction, right?
Right.
24. Any thoughts on these?
Dude, you know what? I seen that this morning. So before, I've already looked through it. I ran through it, looked at it, and looked it over a couple times. And the first thing when I looked at her, I thought about the Crow.
Fair enough.
Crow.
Fair enough.
The eyes and shit, So I'm looking at, I'm thinking about Brandon Lee, and I'm looking at her, and I'm like, what's going on? I'm looking at the clothes,
right?
And I'm like, look, is this just what she's wearing for just this scene? And she hopefully she changes into something else, or is it that she keeps this on for the whole movie? And if so, this is not going to work, man.
Are you? Were you a fan of the first movie?
It was okay.
Gotcha.
I didn't like it much, to be honest.
Paulie, me and you talked about this a long time ago. Warner Brothers did not make anything off the first movie. When we talk about that $1 billion that was made, all that money went back to the investors that invested in this movie because Warner Brothers didn't want to put a penny into it. They paid for some of the budget for the commercials and the promotion, but that's all they did. Everything else came out of investors that he went and convinced this is going to be a good movie. We're going to make this a really good movie. Warner Brothers had no faith in this. So when they made that $1 billion, Warner Brothers didn't make any of that. They about broke even on what they put into promoting the movie. That was it. Everything went back to the people that had faith that it was going to be a good movie. And now that it's broke $1 billion, Warner Brothers said, well, now we've got our fingers in the pot and we want to make $1 billion off of this next one too. I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't.
No,
it won't. But first movie,
something real.
Good.
Yes. Yeah. Something special is going to have to happen in this movie that will give the audience the kind of satisfaction that they got out of watching the first one. But the fact that she's involved and she's like the X factor in all this, then when you hear about her singing and it's supposed to be, people say it's going to be a musical. I don't think that's what's going to be. I think she might have one song, but I think there's going to be a scene that plays out to where she'll go into a song mode, and it's going to kind of like, it's going to throw people off. And I don't know if it's going to be her actually going into a song, or maybe I think the best scenario for me would be that she kind of comes off like like a Jessica Rabbit, when she was singing and everybody was sitting down or whatever, and she was doing her song, and everybody was getting all excited. That one song that everybody got all hot and heated over. I could see Lady Gaga pulling off something like that, and then the Joker coming in and and basically mowing down the whole audience or something.
Right.
Yeah, something crazy to that effect. But
because that's happened. That's actually happened already on film when in A Star Is Born when she sang La Vie en Rose in that bar. That was fantastic. Now I think of that going off of what you're saying. She does a total like sick and twisted song, that same vibe, and then you know Joker's there. Yeah, that's pretty tasty, man. Now let me show you one more photo, and then we'll be done with this to get the attention. But this is part of like what's going on with DC projects.
Oh wow!
Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn gives the middle finger to a woman holding a cross to her face on the set of Joker 2. See, there's a cross right here.
I see. Yeah, that's
yeah, and her yelling at Harley Quinn.
I mean, but why?
Why?
But it's funny because if you look at everybody around them, everybody looks like they're laughing. Look like the black chick, the clown, the girl next to the clown, the guy I think that's the guy that's next to the girl, and it's like there's a bunch of I don't know. And then, like, if you look at the cop that's in the middle, like if in front of Harley Quinn, and you look at the guy that's right on top of his hat, he has a smile on his face. So it looks like there's a bunch of laughing going on.
Well, look at the girl with the shaved head and the comb over that is right next to the cop. They're obviously like completely elated with Harley. They want Harley. They're like, oh my God, she's like a celebrity. And then you've got the one person that's like, you know, you're gonna burn, lady. And she's like, F you. You don't know how much of this is in their head and how much of it's not, because there's a lot of stuff in that first movie that isn't real, that doesn't make sense. And the clock,
like any other, for that matter.
The clock never changes. The clock is always on the exact same time. It never moves in every scene. It's on the exact same time in each scene. You don't know how much of it was reality and how much of it was his own imagination. And the same thing with her. You're not going to know how much of this is in her head actually happening and how much of it is her imagination get carried away. They're insane. They're supposed to be insane. So you don't know what reality is for them and what it's not. And I can see a lot of this being these two crazy people should be able to be happy, and no one's going to let them be happy. And they want to be happy, and they think, oh, well, people are coming out to defend us and clap us on and love us, when in reality, they're two very sick, evil, murderous SOBs that probably should get the chair, but aren't.